where we last left our heroes after a stinky adventure through a swamp that happened to be Asmo's childhood residence before he left with his brother. Yes. They came across a ancient being, a primordial force of rots going by the name of Festus, who takes the form of a very, very large, black-skinned hog that resides beneath an old tree at the very center of the swamplands. There they learned of a ancient weapon that is said to be able to kill anything, gods and mortals alike, known as the Mortal Blade. They learned that it was fractured into 2 pieces, one of which they believe to be in the possession of the Deadeye's leader, Kageroshi, and one piece that happens to be in the possession of Nara. Seeking to learn more about these ancient artifacts, they decided to make their way to Wild's Edge in an effort to head out into the overgrowth and find Arcanos, who might have more information on pretty much anything magical, and to further Danir's quest in gathering the gods to join them in their battle against the Bleeding God. Upon arriving at the vibrant town of Wild's Edge, they saw it to be a bit of a mercantile community. Seems very fair trade, open trading of drugs, lots of open thievery in the open air. Asmo traveled into the tavern where he earned quite a bit of gold on a game of chance. And Nara purchased some poison from a cruelty-free poison vendor.
Excellent.
Yes.
No, how many GMOs?
0 GMOs in that poison, in fact. Very important that these poisons were purchased, and the rest of the party took their time shopping, and we'll join them there. And yeah, I'll just instantly close the music rather than fade it out, because in order to fade things out in this, I have to slowly click ... So it's very hard to fade that. If I've ever had a convincing fade in this, it's just all skill. Anyway.
Nice.
So, yeah. All right. Should have had the rest of my sounds queued up, but we'll start with Danir, who is stepping out of a magic shop. Danir, you have purchased or at least the more reputable of the magic shops in town. You have purchased a number of scrolls, several components, and some studying materials. What all did you get in your scrolls? Because I just said you can have some. Look, they have these scrolls. You pay X amounts. You could find this many. So which scrolls did you end up with?
So I took scrolls of Absorb Elements, Tensor's Floating Disc. I picked up Misty Step, Hallucinatory Terrain, Greater Invisibility, and Sunbeam, along with the research materials.
Wolfgang coming out of a shop nearby who purchased, it seems to be quite a few casks of water.
Yup.
Several casks of holy water that he was able to find at a pretty discounted price due to them not having a whole lot of use for it there.
You got to realize, I'm just imagining, what am I going to do with all this holy sacramented water? It's too much!
Glug, glug, glug.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they had a surplus of holy water. Outside, you guys see the people kind of bustling around the town. Everybody's still doing their trading. It's still basically midday, approaching evening, but probably not too far past lunchtime, honestly.
We still might need to find a guide if we're going to go in there, unless we want to try to wing it ourselves. Might not be a great idea, though.
Into the forest?
Dillinger nods a couple times. Plus, there's somebody that we might have to talk to, though he's not exactly here, so I'm going to have to handle that part.
Who?
You haven't met him yet, I don't think.
Hmm.
He has, let's just say, friends in the forest. We want to make sure those friends are aware of our situation.
Okay. Is the forest dangerous? Why should we have a guide?
Well, the answer is probably yes, it's the Feywild.
Well, from what we've learned from Loxley, there's a mist that makes folks go mad. Chimby says it's will-o-wisps that's there. We have, let's see, large wingless lizard creatures. We have guardians, which we're going to have to talk to a friend of mine in order to potentially get on the good side of. Let's see what else is out there.
Wyverns?
Do I know what a wyvern is, Lani?
Go ahead and give me a knowledge nature.
Do I know what a wyvern is?
You probably would. You can make that roll with advantage.
Okay. Knowledge nature.
15. Yeah, 15.
Soft 20.
Yeah, Wolfgang, you know what wyverns are. Denier, you have heard of them. You know that they are basically flying lizards, said to be fairly poisonous. Wolfgang, you know a bit more about them as your family has actually hunted some out this way, and like sometime out in the some out this way when they have traveled away from the overgrowth. You've had to hunt a couple. You were actually with your father when he killed one. It's has a very poisonous barb in its tail. One of the people you were out there with actually died to its poison. Very, very painful death. But your father was able to dispatch of it. And the gland is said to be worth quite a bit of money.
Wolfgang sort of nods. Yeah, there are wyverns around this way, actually. And he kind of smiles a little bit, actually.
Do you think we could go find one? There's the old man, the Tibbers that has the Derek in the cage, asked me to get its sack.
Oh gosh, I mean, what are we? What's he willing to offer in return? Have there been any postings about wyvern problems in the area? I mean,
No,
that's not
he just said
something
he
that's not
wanted
something
it.
you just go looking for.
He said he wanted one and that he would buy it.
For how much?
I don't know.
If
Sounded
you wish
like
to-
fun, though.
If you wish to go negotiate, you know where his shop is.
Wolfgang closes his eyes.
But he said he wants them and would buy them, so why don't we go get some?
That is if we come across one.
And it's more hassle than it's worth. Plus, we're on a bit of a time crunch, remember?
I guess.
If we come across one, we'll see what happens.
Get its sack for Tibbers.
Love you, Caitlin. You're fun.
Like, what kind of sack are you talking about?
Poison glands. Located.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Cheekbone.
something else. I was confused.
What else would I be talking about?
Well, depending on its gender.
All wyverns have poison glands. I think that's what he was talking about.
Yes, the
Very
poison
valuable.
sack.
Very valuable poison glands. Very dangerous.
And Tibbers wants them. I guess we'll find it later. It just sounded like fun.
Yeah. Fun.
Ooh, look, I got all of these poisons from Tibbers. She shows off her Lily of Death oil and Derek's Folly.
Huh.
And I take it those are good. I don't have a lot of knowledge with, alchemy and all that.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm not really used to shopping. I'm normally just given things and then I go kill stuff. So I don't really buy stuff. And I have all of this gold, and so I'm just buying things. Poison sounded good.
It's nice that you are exploring the use of capital.
It's strange. People are willing to part with things without having to die, and you just hand them hunks of metal.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy, you're right.
Gold can be traded for goods and services.
That's true.
Ooh.
What else should I buy?
Goods and services?
Do your spells require any components?
I don't know. I just sort of do them.
I know what that feels like, for the most part. Looks at all my diamonds.
All the diamonds.
Looks at all my holy water. No, not you.
What?
Damn it. Echo dot keeps going off. Hair trigger on that lady. Anyway. Sort of look over her clothes for a minute.
She gets a
not
pout
that
face and kind of turns away.
You're not that well protected. You might want to think about upgrading your armor.
Armor? Armor?
I don't know.
She kind of tilts her head.
Protective clothing. You know,
More
like he points to the studs in his leather jacket, like this. Stops blades.
Oh! I could get...
What type of armor are you proficient in? I can't remember with sorcerers if you're proficient in light armor or not.
Let me double check.
Should be on your character sheet, your proficiencies.
Oh, should it
You
now?
are not proficient in any armor, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's what I was
thinking.
afraid of.
So you
But I
might
don't know that.
options for you would be like things like rings of protection or gauntlets of protection or excuse me, bracers of AC.
Which I think she already has a ring of protection, if I'm correct.
I have
a ring of protection.
Yeah, I don't.
I have a ring of
the
protection.
circlet of-
I have that one thing as well on my finger.
I have the circlet of concentration, so I could get a ring of protection. If there was one.
How are we ruling attunement?
You can be attuned, like, how do you mean? Like, how many things can you be
Like,
attuned to
how
at
many
once?
things can you be
Oh,
attuned to?
I'm full of BS. I have a ring of protection.
Yeah, I thought so. I was gonna say.
You do? Huh.
Yeah,
A lot of us have ring of protection.
So protected.
it's good. It's good for you little like sorcerers that get smushed.
Little.
Little.
I mean, Wolfgang's a fucking beef tank right now, but
He's more like Timber Wolfgang. I'm gonna be
still-
honest with you guys.
still feels like you need
Dire
to get your
Wolfgang.
jacket. Yeah, you still haven't gotten your jacket adjusted since then, so your like sleeves are still really tight.
So big guy in a tiny coat.
Nara would
Rude
probably
guy
get really
and tiny.
excited about the notion of like trying on a bunch of different things of armor, and then would probably like try on the plate mail, try on like the chainmail, various degrees of chainmail. Like she would do, it would be like one of those dress up montages. She would try on a bunch of different armor and then be like, I can't move.
Yeah, in
can't
this
move in any
montage,
of
like
it.
all of the armor you try on is like 5 sizes too big.
Or
Like,
like
you're-
really terrible and like chainmail bikini, but it like bites at your skin because that's 100% what would actually happen.
Yeah,
And
the
she's
chain,
like, "No, I
the,
know this."
the chain on the back snaps. Wolfgang blushes and covers Daenerys' eyes.
Exactly. she looks up and goes,
I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah, I don't think
And
so
it
either.
ends with her in the exact same outfit that she started in.
Well, that was pointless.
Well done, everyone.
While they've been doing that, Daenerys just been sitting there reading a book, occasionally giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
He only looks up the one time when the top snaps off, and then he gets his eyes covered immediately.
Yeah, Daenerys is actually still very tired. He did not sleep much last night trying to finish off the enchanted book he was reading, which did give you your stat boost.
Yep, sure did, and I've already got that applied.
All right.
Is there like a hair stick of protection that will help my AC?
That would technically count as like a headpiece, and the
I'm already
circlet is
wearing a
currently taking
circlet.
that.
Dang it. All right.
Technically you can't use that and the veil at the same time.
Oh. Interesting. All right. Wait, hey.
All right,
Okay.
so we will swoosh back to Asmo, who is in the tavern. Now that you guys got your shopping out there. To find my tavern sounds. And so Asmo, the bartender, comes back from the back room, drops a sack of gold on the table, your remaining 200 gold that you rode.
Oh, excellent. I added that to my tally last time, correct?
Pretty
sure.
Yeah.
You said that you did.
I said that I did. Now, I say a lot of things.
Well, I'm going to trust you.
Oh, Nick.
Bartender. There you go, big spender. He stands there looking at you.
Big buyer.
Well, that depends.
Yeah, so,
Can I get you anything?
Yeah, you could buy a drink for that guide over there. Asma points to the guy we mentioned last week.
Which one specifically? Remind me.
That was the really disheveled guy who got his ass kicked.
Oh, the guy that got his ass kicked by the Dragonborn.
Yes.
Yeah. The Dragonborn, who eventually the bouncer did notice and is currently carrying him out by the nape of his neck. He's swinging wildly and frothing at the mouth. Put me down, you son of a fucker! Tasmanian deviling.
Oh.
As the gentleman
Yeah, I
who's
can tell he needs a drink or something.
kind of like leaning against the table, all bloodied. I'll send an ale his way. Should I let him know you sent it?
Yeah, you can.
He flags down a server and like pulls a pint of ale and hands it to her, whispers to her, points at you, then points at that guy at the dice table. She goes off and delivers the beverage. How about for you? Anything I can get for you?
What am I feeling like? What's something special to only Wild's Edge? What's something I can only drink here?
Well,
Yeah, I'm in town. How often am I going to be here? Give me something that only I can get here.
I can
Above
give
game, this
you-
is what I do when we go to cons. No, I would always like, what can I get here? Why? I'm in New Zealand!
What
do you
what's
got?
local?
Do you want a
he-
Budweiser? No!
He ponders for a moment and comes back to you. Well, we do have what we like to call the sparkling pixie berry.
Oh man, that sounds like Nara would like that.
Shifty eyes.
But I also would like that too, please.
Coming right up, sir. He walks behind the bar. You can see him pull a couple of bottles, start pouring into a.
Definitely. I'm emitting that energy that Scott has when he orders a drink. We all make fun of him for.
And the bartender just doesn't think too much about it. Starts pouring a couple of different bottles into like what looks to be like a wooden mug. Takes a couple of berries out from a basket, puts them in there, starts muddling it. And then takes a decanter of glowing kind of cyanic water that looks kind of sparkling and bubbly. Pops a cork out of it, pours it into the mug, covers it, shakes it up, And you can actually see the mug begin to, like, faintly glow as he pours it into a nice stemmed glass, garnishes it with a, what appears to be like a string of a citric fruit zest, sets in front of you this, delicious, like, almost lava lamp-looking concoction that looks mostly blue, but it has, like, floating globules of this, sweet-smelling pink, for lack of better word, slime.
Okay. So really, he's putting a lot of stuff. He's like making a guy. Sounds like he's making like a Caesar. Good God. Get the hot sauce in there.
There was a process. There was a process to it.
Evidently.
Would you like to open a tab, sir?
Well, how much is this gonna run me?
This right here?
Yeah.
2 gold.
That's not that bad. All right, better be the best drink I've ever tasted.
I'd be ashamed if it wasn't.
You got lucky.
Yeah, as you sip into it, it has this kind of like blue raspberry kind of zesty taste to it. Kind of hit with like a champagne aftertaste.
Oh no, someone put champagne in the slushy machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't drink anymore, but it sounds really good, Nick.
It's quite refreshing, and just a couple of sips from it kind of leaves you like a little buzzed.
Ooh, is this like you're gonna put some mix in with my alcohol? God damn, this thing's got a kick.
Well, we have a very demanding clientele out here, and when they have the money, we like to make sure they appreciate it.
All right, sure, sounds good.
Out here in Wild's Edge, it's win or bust. And right now, you're winning.
Yeah, well, all things are cyclical and everyone has their chance of the bust. In the real the question is, when do you stop betting on blue and just sit it out and let someone else eat that negative karma? You know?
When it comes to the fight pits, as far as I hear, you'll always bet on blue.
Yeah, you guys got a champion who hasn't lost before, have you?
Yes, and the newcomer's quite good as well.
I am excited for this match, but I put money on the new guy. You always got to root for the underdog. But then claim you rooted for not the underdog the whole time.
Well, the new guy just got thrown out, so I'm guessing the next challenger is going to be Big Z again. He's undefeated since he came in.
Well, what's his fighting style, fully? You said you've been here for a while. You've seen him do all sorts of things. Does he beat him everybody the same way, or does he got like a new style each time?
Who are we talking about? Big Z?
Yeah.
Big Z's like a typhoon. He goes down there and there's a gust of wind and then the opponent drops. He'll be going up against Leviticus the Lumpy.
Yeah, I was told that. With all lumps.
I haven't seen you around here.
No, we're just traveling through looking to get a guide, head out to Wild's Edge. Figured I'd scope out the local,
Aslan just gestures around.
ne'er-do-wells. The local watering hole.
Well, you found the local watering hole. So you and your party, I'm assuming they're heading into the overgrowth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all off shopping for silly things or something.
Aslan just thinks Nara's up to something, probably.
And there's where you cut to the shopping montage.
Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, the makeover song from Clone High just comes into my head the second you say that. Makeover, 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 makeover!
Well, I hope they enjoy the amenities. Dillinger likes to keep a nice town.
So far, so good. Minding my cup of tea. Now, back when I was at my old job, I kept hearing about Wild's Edge. It'd be the place to go to here. I ended up here eventually, but yeah.
What is your former profession?
Emergency tax collector.
Of course. Well,
That's those smiles.
plenty of people around here like to evade those types, although I have to say a fair few walk through here every now and again looking for a brighter bit of fortune. Usually find their way out to the guild.
Yeah, the guild. What guild?
The Expedition Guild.
The Expedition Guild, eh? I'm guessing they're a guild that focuses on
acquiring items of great magical value.
All right, so they sucker rich dudes in and steal their money. Got it. Okay.
You have been around.
Yeah, oh, I know how it is. You just tell, oh yeah, we're gonna find tons of treasure. We'll just go this direction, safest route, no treasure on that route. Walk away with your money. Easiest scam.
There's plenty of people with
Do they actually look for treasure? Or are they incapable of that?
As I was about to say, plenty of people with their pockets bulging with gold walk in, trying to pay for an expedition, fund an expedition. They go to the guild, hire as many of their members as they can to head out as deep into the Feywilds as their money will allow. Some come back richer than they imagined. Some never come back at all.
Interesting. How far away from here is it?
Just down the road. If you leave the doors, it's down to the right, and then you take a right at the end of that road.
Okay. Anyone from the guild here in this room?
Aswan just gestures around the room.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Does one of your waiters or waitresses know who that would be? Tell you what.
Aswan puts a bunch of gold on the table.
Round of gold for everyone who works for that Expedition Guild. You can make that announcement, and they can wander up here and get their drinks. Enter my parlor, said the spider to the stupid fucking fly.
Very well. This gentleman would like to buy around for anyone who works for the guild. He calls out into the din of the tavern and gambling establishment. You get a couple of eyes hook over, and a horde of people start walking over your way.
Oh, no, my money. No, my money! I have made a horrible mistake!
Oh, no.
As they walk up and he starts, like, picking gold out of your pile, this ends up running you about 80 gold.
Ah! Oh, God! You said you didn't see any guys!
I said I didn't know who. He's also not checking ID, by the way, or for any notification.
This is a crimes town. Don't even ask about the local chapel. A lot of weird shit goes down there. I would like to marry this. Okay.
He starts pouring drink after drink, and you hear a familiar giggle behind you. Still getting fleeced there?
Oh my God!
Aswan turns.
Well, look who it is.
I'll take one of those sparkling pixie berries if you don't mind. She flicks smiles at you as she hops up onto a stool next to you.
Oh, God, you're alive still. Congratulations on that.
I should say the same to you. Not many can walk up into Kensh's manor and just decide...
don't say...
It's good to see you. She smiles.
That's good to see you. That's good to see you, too. To what do I owe the wonderful attention I am receiving? You here for work?
I'm here for the drink right now. She holds up her finger as a similar beverage to yours slides into her hand. Cheers.
Yeah, I kind of botched that a little bit. We're gonna... so the gang is here. We're here with Dillinger, Wolfgang, and... Oh, I don't think... Have you... God, it's been so crazy lately. Have you met Nara?
I met the strange lady you were traveling with.
Yes,
had a little bit of mystical force around her. Felt like she was in disguise.
Yeah, she was. She was a drow. So you know, the conversation starter. Yeah, it's kind of a conversation starter down in Dragon's Rest. So.
As for what I'm doing here, I'm just here to manage the new fighter. She takes a sip.
You got the guy, the Grumbles. He's taking on the champion, right?
Yep, old Zalbar. He's fighting Leviticus the Lumpy next.
Okay, so you're managing the champion?
No, No,
Is okay.
All right,
sorry,
okay.
Is Lumpy the champion or not?
Lumpy is not the champion.
Okay.
Lumpy is just a standard pit fighter they have. The champion of the did I not write down his fucking name?
Just what I was curious about because I
definitely named him last time, but
I know you did. That's why I was.
I feel like an asshole. I don't think. Oh, Slivan. Slivan is the champion.
Slivan. So you're not managing Slivan. You're not managing Lumpy. Who are you managing?
No, Slivan is Dillinger's boy. I'm managing Big Z. You met him.
Big.
Zalbar. The genie that fucked up
Oh
me and Wolfgang.
my God!
Oh
Big
my God.
Z. Fuck you.
Well, if you ever wish to have a rematch with him, you know where to go.
Oh. Nah, I gotta run that past Wolfgang. He's kind of 0 for 1 against him.
Fair enough.
Oh my God, so you're gonna send Big Z after this champion? I gotta see this.
Well, he has a few more fights to get through before he can fight Slivan, but I'm sure he'll make quick work of Lumpy.
Well, we'll see. You're saying I shouldn't bet on Lumpy.
I'd say it'd be ill-advised.
Ah, shit, I think I bet on Lumpy.
Too bad.
Asking to himself, fuck me, I think I bet on Lumpy. Yeah, boy.
Then I'll owe you for 2 drinks then. Or I guess I'll just thank you for it now.
Okay, that's fair, too. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Just living out here for a bit. Till things cool down up north. Till I can go home.
Yeah, I'm guessing, Fallout's a little bit, chaotic.
Wouldn't know. Left as soon as I let you boys through.
Okay, then.
Decided to come down here for a few days.
I
Spend
mean,
some
I wish
time-
I'd come here sooner. You know, if I kept walking down that road, I would have ended up here and probably never left.
It's a fine establishment to lose yourself in.
That much is true.
I'm guessing you lot are here for a reason.
Yeah, we're heading out into the Feywilds. We're looking for something. Something in particular. Can't say too much because,
Aswa just gestures around the room.
you know, one of these guys is clearly listening in.
You got that right. Guy slaps you on the shoulder. Thanks for your drink, pal. He starts walking away.
I don't know what, but I want something bad to happen to him.
Roll
Is
a
this
D20.
where I parked my car? Oh no, stairs! Ah! Oh!
Go ahead and roll a d20 for karma. Roll plus luck.
Yes. I want him to fall downstairs. Fuck you. That's a 9. It's German for no.
He'll have his next relationship will be less than satisfactory.
Oh,
Oh no.
Kurt.
That'll stop him.
Damn.
You did that to him.
That
You did that to this man.
Well, you know what? That's what happens when you're not real. Okay? It just happens.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Guess what?
Dude. What?
I'm a monster.
Truly are.
Truly are a monster.
Yeah.
Can't
Flix
see you, though.
Flix just continues drinking. It's good to see you too. Glad you guys made it out alive. Am I to assume that means old Bucketheads just kind of like pulls her finger across her neck?
Oh, that and more. Wait till you see what Wolfgang looks like right now. And turns out, the Kench fellow wasn't quite as, and Aswa winks, as strong as he, exuded to others.
Have to take your word for it. Magically enhanced and all that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and let's just say that, Wolfgang has taken a little piece of that. And it's rather amusing to look at.
Too many people are artificial these days. Can't just be themselves.
What? Artificial, how so?
Always exuding themselves with magical items, trying to be better than they were. Buffing themselves up. Trying to act smarter.
I mean, when you live or die by the blade or sword. If you can avoid fighting, that's better for everybody.
I agree.
If
She
you
smi-
can
she
have every
smiles.
fight doesn't mean you should have every fight.
I try not to fight whenever possible.
Hmm?
Doesn't do me any good.
Not all the time.
Well, if you stop by the guild, let them know you know me. That way they won't try to fleece you.
Oh, whoa. You work for the guild?
Of course I do.
Oh my god, you do. Ah, so much has happened so quickly.
That's what just puts his face into the bar.
You think the riding between towns would let you process everything that's happened, but until such time as you get alcohol in your belly, you really can't.
Simple joys of life. She kind of like pats you on like the lower middle back as she takes another sip.
Face against the bar, 2 thumbs up from Asmo. Like, he's not going to get his head up, but he's going to agree.
Fight's about to start. I'm gonna make my way over there. Go figure.
I want to see that.
When I'm so short, you can't exactly just get in the back and see.
Do you want to stand on my shoulders?
If you're offering.
Nah.
She hops up on you Yoda style.
This whole time, I'm just imagining she's, like, climbing up, like his leg.
Well, you're both on bar stools, so she basically
This is the
climbs over
equivalent
to
of, like,
your
is it
bar
okay if I
stool.
ask you a question? What am I going to
Sure.
say? No?
Yeah, she climbs over onto your bar stool, hooks one arm around your neck, holds up her drink before you. Mush!
Oh
Nope.
my god.
Nope. We'll put a moratorium on that right the fuck now.
Oh, come on, we're gonna miss the fight.
No. Let's go. Okay, stop kicking. Listen, I'm not a horse. Spurs don't work.
Made you move a little faster, though, didn't it? You guys make your way over to the fight pit. You see down in the pit what looks to be like a burlap sack that's just kind of like wriggling around. That must be Leviticus the Lumpy down there. It has like a single hole cut, and you can see this big, wide, bloodshot eye looking out through the front of it. As it just kind of like wobbles back and forth in this like really unnatural motion. The bookie actually notices you. Oh, hey! Seems we had a change in the lineup. Would you like to switch up your bet? Flix just kind of like looks over your shoulder and winks at you.
Yeah, I want to switch that bet.
All right, we got Leviticus the Lumpy and Big Z.
I gotta be honest. I've seen Big Z in action, and that man can take down a daddy like that.
Snap his fingers.
Odd choice of words. So same 100 gold bet.
Put that on my tombstone, buddy. Let's get going. I can't wait to see. Make that bet.
You hear a gun cocking outside.
Oh, wow, what's happening? That's the first gun. That's the only gun in the world, though.
Well, the only handgun anyway, as far as you're aware.
I wonder.
Asmo Asmo can actually hear guns cocking. It's his magical ability.
Yes, that's your strange ability. You can
no.
hear a gun cocking wherever it is, so you always know where Wolfgang is. The crowd begins to gather around you. Ladies and gentlemen, on your left, we have a current contender trying to work his way up to battling the great Slavan, Leviticus the Lumpy. Everybody just around you kind of like cheers. Like the stench of alcohol definitely simmers the air as their mouths roar. And a being of the wind itself. The bookie kind of gestures to the left. Hailing from realms we have never stepped on. The one, the only, a whirlwind kind of appears on the left side of the pit. Big Z! And with like a pyrotechnic whoosh, the genie appears, flexing its arms. Ha ha! Ha! He looks up and he sees you. Ha! Gets kind of a scowl across its face.
Do you know how I feel about this guy?
And looks over to Leviticus the Lumpy. All the bets are in, and it's time to rumble! As he clangs a bell over the pit. Pong! Leviticus the Lumpy starts wobbling forward as Big Z, his entire lower half turns into a tornado and zips in. You see him just kind of flash by Leviticus the Lumpy, who stops moving. The burlap sack splits, and the top chunk of Leviticus's body falls down to the ground. Oh. And you see 2 tiny stubby legs sticking out of it. As the rest of the burlap sack falls, you see 2 gnomes stacked on top of each other. They look left and right. The bottom one begins running out the door. The other one just like flailing on top of it. The one with the burlap sack still in it just starts running in circles. The bag got twisted and it doesn't know where it goes. Runs straight into a wall, falls down. The crowd immediately falls silent.
That was crazy. I wasn't expecting that at all, but okay.
Your winner is Big Z!
Hey.
Yeah, everybody just kind of like walks away disappointed. You get 200 gold for your payout.
Yeah, yay! Yay! More money for Kurt. Fuck.
And just have mine sent to my account. Thank you very kindly.
I can't believe that this was the Children's World's Martial Art Tournament the whole time.
Truly it was.
Fucking what?
Imagine you could have beaten up Leviticus the Lumpy.
I could have beaten up children. And gotten away with it.
Flix kind of kicks you in the upper ribs. They're gnomes, not children. I take offense to that.
Oh, come on now. They knew what they were getting into by joining a fucking fighters tournament.
She like slides down you like a fire pole and just like stands on the ground next to you.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
A pleasure as always, Asmo.
Pleasure as always. I'll mention your name. Oh, they better not get me arrested.
We'll see. She says, kind of like walking away from you, holding up the remainder of her drink. As she finishes it off, sets it up on it. She's like kind of does a little hop to set it up on a table, and walks around the back, down some stairs where you think she's going to see Z in the pit.
She's getting her money worth out of him.
All right, what's your next course of business?
The fight's over, so I'm just sitting there sipping my drink.
All right, we leave Asmo in the tavern. Everybody else is still outside. What's your guys' next course of business?
I'm probably gonna find Asmo, see if we can run down to the.
All right. By about the time the fight ends, you guys wander into the tavern. You're greeted by a large creature. Definitely looks to be half something. He stands about like 7'2", 7'3". Hello and welcome.
Hey, we're looking for Snake Man, black scales, yellow around the mouth.
One of his eyes kind of crosses, as you can see him trying to process information.
Oh, Nick.
He starts looking around. That man! He points over across what looks to be a gambling den to Asmo, who's just staring at somebody walking away. Go ahead and make a perception check, everybody.
Okay. That's gonna be a 7.
Denier with disadvantage.
Oh,
'cause of his
perception, you
fatigue.
said?
Yes.
12. Wait, with advantage?
No, Denier has disadvantage. You just have regular.
Okay, 12.
And Denier rolled a 13. nobody actually manages to see Flix. You just kind of see Asmo kind of like half-heartedly waving as he turns back to kind of like lean on the bar against what looks to be it looks to be like a railing that a bunch of people are very sadly walking away from, sipping what remains of a cyan-looking drink.
Nara's gonna take a big hard look around the room because this is a lot of people in one space.
It is. Quite a lot of people. A couple of them eye you as you walk in, but not in a suspicious manner.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much for the information.
You are welcome, sir. May your fortunes be great and your money come to us.
Sure. And I'll start making my way over to Athmo.
Asmo, everybody approaches you as you finish off your drink.
Welcome to the fight, big guys. You just missed something pretty hilarious. Wolfgang, you should have been here for this. I guess who's here?
Asmo gestures over his shoulder at Flix walking away.
Flix is already around the corner and down the stairs.
That was Flix, actually.
Look over his shoulder.
It's Flix.
Oh, Flix is here.
Where is she?
Coincidence.
Oh.
Can't believe she just disappeared on you. Well, that's a hell of a coincidence, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what you
That
up
being
to?
said, also there's an adventurers, just a guild that goes out into the Feywild, and apparently they're normally kind of a scam, but Flix knows them, so we just gotta mention her by name, and will either be arrested or rewarded. It's really, you never know with her, the sarcasm, right?
He squints. Yeah, we knew about the guild. You're saying they're a scam?
Oh, well, no. They scam people who are rich. Like, here's the thing about it this way.
And Asmo breaks down exactly what he said earlier, which is, run people out, safest route, nothing found. But thank you, you have the experience. You can now break to all your friends. Yeah?
Yeah, unless they have like a very specific route planned out.
This feels like a heritage town that's trying to sell you on like gold. If you pay for the pans, and you can go pan the gold.
You get kind of the idea that sometimes rich people come in there and just kind of pay a fee to go out, and it's essentially just a guarded tour guide of a somewhat dangerous area.
You gotta make sure you're legit, otherwise they'll give you that guarded bullshit. Sal, mention Flake's name. I think we'll be okay.
Good to know.
Yeah, good to know. Otherwise, finding out halfway through that route would suck for them. I would make some noise.
Worst case scenario, I have a guide of my own that might be able to help. Might not. I don't know. I'm tired.
Denier has many bags under his eyes.
More than one.
He's got. Oh no, but the thing is, we can't. He has to bring his own. He has to bring his own bags from home, dude. Otherwise, pollution.
His entire face is gone. He's still got the hood up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can't see it because he's incognito. Also, his voice sounds like this. Sounds like he's about to talk to you about the Doomslayer.
Oh, Asmo, I bought these things which explode, and
she's like trying to hold all of her black powder charges and the poison in both of her arms to show.
Okay. You
Why can't I hold all these bombs?
I can. Oh, Nara, I'm gonna need you to put them down.
Why?
Because now's not the time for them.
Well, when is a good time?
Away from other people, especially if those are explosives.
Asshole whispers that aggressively.
By the way, I also got you some rations. And I'll just physically hand him the rations that I bought him.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Asshole puts it on the table beside him.
Okay. I'll have to organize that in my pack.
Nara like kind of pouts and then puts her explosives and poison away.
Right. So, are you going to stay in town an additional day, or are we gonna head out right away? I think Dillinger could use a nap.
This dream sucks. I want to go to another one.
You would know, some young bagoose.
Dream? What?
Yeah. This is all just one big dream. Didn't you
Can someone
realize?
roll him?
He's very tired.
Denier, somebody actually heard you say that and walks up. Whoa, dude, you've been dream walking too?
Denier slowly looks over. Yeah, man.
You see what is that satyr that fawn that you saw selling mushrooms earlier. He's got like kind of like a scraggly goat beard on his face. His eyes have those like goat pupils, and he has two very tiny like he has like little cloven hoof feet, very hairy lower body. Just kind of looks at you. He looks very scraggly. He definitely looks like basically a faunus version of Shaggy. Man, I thought only the Great One could dreamwalk. This is great.
Great one?
Great one?
Oh, yeah, man. You gotta get the right crystals. He'll tell you all about it, bro.
It's fairly tricky to do, but it is possible. There are a few that can do it.
I'll tell you what, he lives out in the woods, man. You just gotta find the glen. Like, you'll hear singing. Like, but not like bad singing, like the good singing. Avoid the bad singing. The bad singing's bad. The good singing, that's good.
So, who does the bad singing?
Oh, bro.
Who's bro?
She's a hag.
Oh.
A hag.
Yeah, bro.
Do you know how to
brah.
get there?
Oh, I mean, out in the wilds, man, like, the further out you go, the harder it is to navigate, you know, man? You just gotta kind of know, like, the vibes and the feel of the place to get where you need to go.
Do you know the vibes?
Oh, yeah.
Could you take us?
Oh. What?
I want to vibe.
I know the dude for you. Bruh. It's just kind of, he looks you up and down for a second and tries to find his words.
But could you not guide us to the vibes?
I mean, I probably could. Just, like, I wasn't gonna head out there, like, today or nothing, but, like, I was gonna go gather more mushrooms, like, tomorrow. If you want to go with me, I could probably get you, like, in the right direction.
That would be nice.
Nara turns slowly while nodding and looking at everyone else.
Can I general
gives a
insight
tiny
this
thumbs up to everybody.
Yeah, go ahead and insight him.
Just to see if he's, like, full of shit and just talking out his ass. Here I go. Again on my 12.
Nara would also
He is
as well, but
go ahead and insight as well, Nara. I'd say Wolfgang, as it stands, this guy
20.
is kind of hard. Like, he seems high is the best you can get out of him right now. Nara, this creature is intoxicated but seems well-meaning. It seems like to you, it seems like he might not even know exactly what he's saying. And since you still have magic vision on, you can actually see this ethereal vapor kind of like oozing out of his pores right now. Almost like kind of a steaming aura of like... Basically, it looks like he's emanating a tie-dye aura right now.
Whoa, man.
My name's Barnaby. So, like, just ask around. You'll be able to find me. I'll be staying at my man Sprout's.
Sprout?
He leans in as if to try to whisper. He sells drugs. Oh shit! I said that part louder, didn't I?
Nara
Quiet
like
part out loud again.
sticks a finger in her ear and is like, yes.
Sorry, it's not great for my... I don't really know how quiet I should be sometimes.
So, what's your favorite dream to go to?
Oh, I'm not very good at dream walking, bro. My bro Sprout, he knows how to do it a little bit better than me. But, like, if I can, like, get in the zone... Dude. Fucking titties.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Hmm?
Are you being literal? Are there titties in Dreamwalking?
I mean, if you know the right zone.
So, Sprout, where is he?
Oh, he's at the illegal drugstore, like right over there.
The illegal drugstore.
Blink, 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 blink.
Daenerys slowly looks over at Wolfgang. I've never seen a titty.
Lies!
Hey.
We just saw the shopping montage!
Makeover,
No, his eyes were
Cover
covered.
my eyes!
Oh, that's right, he covered his
were
eyes.
covered by Wolfgang.
I have to point at Nara.
I don't know where he's been going, but I've never seen a titty in Dreamwalking.
Oh, and Dreamwalking. All right. I bought the other one too. Just
Is Sprout there now?
Yeah.
Maybe you could introduce us to Sprout.
Oh, hell yeah, bruh. Let's
She,
go.
like, flatly
Raw.
smiles and stares at him and then just turns to start walking out.
Lead the
All right.
way.
Sure. Yeah. Starts walking. Yif actually kind of stands in front of you as you're like trying to leave. Barnaby just kind of like ducks and walks under his legs. Oi, you lot, you three. He points to like with his fingers. He kind of like tucks his middle finger in, and with his index, pinky, and ring finger points to Asmo, Daenerys, and Wolfgang. You lot, the governor wishes to speak with yous.
The governor.
The governor
Is it a
All right,
wish or
it's
demands?
governor.
is... I don't know, what's the difference? He kind of like looks very kind of confused and sad almost.
One is a request, one is an order.
I think it's the second one.
Right now? Or
I was told to grab you. Oh! He reaches out and starts to grab each, like tries to like put his arms around a lot of you.
But not me, because he's talking about the three of them, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Pardon me, miss.
I don't think grab was what they meant.
It's what he said. And then he like kind of like hugs him. Would any of you like to make an athletics or an acrobatics attempt to escape?
No, Nara
Yif's
sticks
bear
up a
hug.
finger while looking at Yef and goes,
Sometimes I have found that when people say words, they don't mean them in the way that you think that they mean them. So grab might be to get the attention of and not grab.
Go ahead and roll persuasion, but he's kind of mid-act.
Daenerys
25.
points.
All right, you guys can make it with advantage because he's now perplexed by words that were thrown at him.
Nope, Daenerys not doing
Oh,
nothing.
God.
Daenerys just too sleepy. All right,
Too tired.
the rest of you, anybody else going to attempt to escape? You have advantage. Either athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, I'll give it athletics because that's actually better than my acrobatics now. Any second now.
Soon.
Any
One
second. That's an
day.
actual 20.
Whoa.
I
Yeah,
just
he
sort
could-
of flex.
Yeah, Asmo, are you going to attempt to escape his hug? The hug of Yif?
I got a nasty feeling that this is a storyline cutscene hug, so I'm going to let it happen.
Asmo just lets it happen along with Denier. He just kind of scoops Asmo and Denier up with one arm. Denier basically kind of falls asleep in the arm. Asmo, you're just lifted up like a small child. Your feet are dangling like 2 feet off the ground. And Wolfgang, as he's swooping around to try to grab you with his other arm, you just kind of hold up your arm, and his arm stops as if he's trying to, like, move a tree.
I'll follow along.
Okay!
I will go too.
Okay. Sure. He just kind of, like, smiles and like, all right! He starts walking
away,
back.
big man.
Carrying Asmo and Denier in his arms as he walks up the stairs behind the bar. And here is where we'll take a quick break. Hey guys, Lani here. If you're liking what you're watching, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really helps me feel the love for this series. And if you want to catch us live, feel free to hit us up on twitch.tv/Lanipator Mondays at 5 o'clock Central Time. Thanks for rolling with me. Now let's get back to the action. As you're led up the stairs, you can hear the din of the tavern below you. These stairs seem to be covered in a Wolfgang, who's walking on them, notices it's kind of like a plush carpet, and Nara, I guess you're walking on it as well. It's a fairly plush carpet that you're walking on going up these stairs in the back room of this bar, which mainly contains just a bunch of, like, a small cooking surface for, like, small bar foods and lots of additional bottles of booze and casks of ale. As you travel up the stairs, the decor only gets, like, more opulent, but in kind of a classy way, as opposed to the type of decor you were used to with Mr. Darrington Loxley. All of the materials here are kind of like fine stone, leather, just very nice, fine carved wood, dark wood. And you're led through a very nicely, ornately decorated door. I'm sorry, why are not my sounds playing? Oh, because I refreshed and now it doesn't want to play sound.
Oh, no.
1 sec, see if that fixes it. Inside the room that you're let in, there's a bank of windows on the far wall. Asmo, you assume these are the same windows that these eyes were peering at you through. The room is decorated with fine blue and like navy blue silks with silver and gold designs etched upon them. Fine tan and dark woods all around. It smells faintly of like a cigar humidor in the room. And there are just various bottles, ornate bottles kind of around the room. There we go. I'll just unmute this site. For some reason it's not working. Sitting behind a desk, a fine oak desk, equally as ornately designed as everything around it, is a elven woman with those emerald eyes that you saw previously, Asmo. Thank you, Yef. You can set them down.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Governor, for letting me do service.
As he closes the door behind him with a mighty thud. Go ahead and make me a perception check, those in the room.
Here we go.
16.
I perceive many things, Nick.
16 as well.
Oh.
24.
Am I assume that I'm still asleep, or do you?
You kind of like clumped onto the ground.
I am perceiving the back of my eyelids.
Asmo, in a shadowy corner of the room, back behind this woman, you see a man, a elven man, fairly familiar of build, kind of staring at you with these azure eyes. You can you make out his silhouette fairly well. You can see that this man is the one known as Slavan. But the woman sitting at the desk, this elven female, looks she looks very toned, weathered. Her hair kind of like half shaven.
So this is the lady with the azure eyes, correct?
This lady has emerald eyes.
Emerald eyes. So the one with the emerald eyes, and she's an older elf.
Yes, she's probably got like a century or two in her. She's sitting at the desk, but at that point, she basically looks middle age, if that. Like she looks in her late 30s. You can only tell she's an elf because of her like very pointy facial features, like her very prominent cheekbones and brow line. Her slender face, but her ears look as though they were kind of clipped at their tips, kind of trimmed down to look more human-like. She has a few scars on her very toned arms. She's dressed in what appears to be fine leather armor, but it comes across as very casual, elegant wear. It was obviously cut and tailored specifically for her. The armor itself is kind of a deep maroon color with gold studs. She eyes the three of she eyes Wolfgang and Asmo, who are awake, and just kind of stares down at the clump, and then looks over to Nara. So you must be the one that's usually in a suit of armor. I'm sorry, I was told that there would be a serpent, a cat man, I'm assuming that is, and a man in white. I was told you'd be following him and that you might be accompanied by a person in a suit of armor.
A suit of armor? No. But I tried to wear one of those, and it did not go well.
She continues eyeing the three of you. You look bigger than I. Yeah, she looks at you, Wolfgang, specifically. You look bigger than I expected.
He'll pick up Dunlinger and set him down in a chair or something.
Dunlinger, you wake up as you're being jostled up.
Dunlinger opens his eyes, but he remains motionless, like he's asleep, using the cloak of incognito to hide his face as he watches.
Go ahead and so you let Wolfgang set you in a chair?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll performance flatly, because normally it would be with an advantage, but you have disadvantage, so it cancels it out.
6!
Aww.
Well, he's...
your subtle muscle movements, she kind of glances at you. Doesn't seem to pay much mind. She's basically letting you get away with it. Like, or she doesn't seem to care. You are the people I'm looking for. Wolfgang points to the man and points to Wolfgang.
That's me.
Mr. Black points to Asmo.
Haven't heard that name in a while.
And that would make him Dunlinger, I'm guessing.
A good educated guess, ma'am.
You I'm unfamiliar with, Drow.
Her eyes kind of squint a little bit at that.
I'm Nara. And you are?
My name's Dillinger, and this is my town.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I hope our parting can be just as nice.
Is there any reason why it wouldn't?
That remains to be seen.
Well, we certainly didn't come here to cause trouble.
No, Are you chasing someone?
Asmo just kind of
Several
shifty
people,
eyes
kind
looks
of.
at
Can I insight her to see if she already knows the answer?
Go ahead.
That's a go. All right.
13?
Nara might do the same after that comment.
Go ahead.
26.
Wolfgang to you, she's got a stone face. This woman is used to just talking game over everyone. Nara,
And Nara's used to people like that.
yeah, Nara, you're used to reading subtle cues from people and how, like, usually it's to like figure out if they're hostile or where their vulnerabilities are, but in this case, she has a deep assumption that you guys are hunting somebody, but she is just trying to confirm.
Well, you could just ask what's on your mind instead of letting it sit behind your eyes.
I did ask what's on my mind, or were you not paying attention?
Right now, Asmo's
in a
currently
manner of
watching
speaking.
two elves arguing, and this is like, oh my god, this is so tense.
In a manner of speaking, we are.
Would you care to elaborate? Asmo, you can see Slavan kind of like subtly moving, making kind of shifts to his body, kind of like slowly curling around to get a better vantage point.
Slavan?
Yes, the guy in the corner that you saw.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I don't know how much I'm cutting out for you, so I'm...
Yeah, you are cutting out a little bit here. I thought it was just an elf behind her, not a snake.
The elf is named Slavan. He's the fighter, the champion.
Oh my god. Okay, my cutting out is getting bad. All right. Thank you.
See the champion's back there. You gonna take out a genie?
I'll take out who I have to.
That genie took out that Wolfgang. Best of luck.
That was a long time ago.
It is true. Yet I can't stop remembering it.
Focus, Dillinger says.
That's what smirks.
Would you care to elaborate? Why are you hunting? And who?
Who do you think we're hunting? I feel as though you already have thoughts of what
think
we're
you're
up
hunting
to.
an old friend of mine.
Well, who is that?
I want to know why.
If we stop
not get
dancing
things-
around words and say the right ones, then we won't be having to wonder what it is.
I'm sorry,
Enough.
whose town is this?
Oh, I'm
Enough.
sorry. It's yours.
This old friend of yours wouldn't happen to look like him, would it? And I point to Asmo.
No.
Then no. Who do you think we're hunting for?
Old companion of mine. Said you might be stopping through. Fezzi. He told me to watch out for you.
Fuck! Asmo just rolls his eyes.
I ask a question and no one answers, and he asks a question and people answer.
It's called gravitas, girl.
Did hear mention that you were acquainted. We're not hunting him. Quite the opposite, as a matter of fact. We're trying to help him. There's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes that I'm not sure if you're aware of. Of
was
grand
rather-
importance.
When he came through town, he seemed haggard. It was hard to get much out of him. Tried to liven things up like the olden days. But he skipped town before I could really talk with him. All he made mention of is that he was trying to find Arcanos. Damn fool's on a suicide mission. So if he's assuming this, then I'm guessing your goals align. And you're after Arcanos as well.
In a manner of speaking.
You, Mr. Black.
Yeah.
I'm to assume that's an alias.
Yeah, more or less.
Then how should
He
I
went with
address
Mr.
you?
White, I went with Mr. Black.
Then how should I address you?
Call me Asmo.
A small smirk crawls across her face. A nostalgic name. Very well.
Thank you. Nostalgic, how so?
Takes me back to my days as a performer.
You knew someone called Asmo back when you were
No. One of the plays we used to perform. Asmodeus and the Jester.
Wait. Asmo's like eyes kind of go,
Is this a famous play?
what?
It's more famous in the north.
Would we have heard of it?
It's also a fairly old play. Probably a
There you
couple
go.
centuries old before Bordeaux got nixed.
That's fair.
I'm in my mid-30s. I'm practically ancient.
Would I have heard of it, Lanny, since I have the most experience in the north?
And would Nara have heard of it since she's from the north?
I'll give each of you history with disadvantage, as it probably would have been something that would have been brought up by now. But
Do you even want me to roll for Asmo?
27.
oh.
8.
Actually, yeah, Asmo, you can roll.
7.
Are you gonna roll?
I am, yes. I was just thinking if I should or not. But 13.
Asmo, you remember the name that you and your brother split did come from like an old elvish, like tanned piece of paper. You don't exactly remember what it was, but it did have like pictures on the front of it. I guess it could have been a playbill or like an old tome, but that's where you got Asmodeus. As for you, Denier, yeah, in your studies up north, you looked into old history, especially when it came to like trying to find clues to the Jester. You did find various translations of plays, none of which contained the name Asmodeus, but you did find some old tomes that depicted the Jester in various plays. If you had found one with Asmodeus, you probably would have mentioned that to Asmo, is the only reason I have to retcon that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Denier will stay quiet, stay still for the moment, but he's going to keep his eyes on the governess.
The playwright was a mysterious one, that. Kind of crazy-eyed.
What was his name?
Asmo looks a bit more focused now.
Arden Pomby, I believe.
Arden Pomby. Okay.
Definitely a pen name.
Okay. What was that name again, Nick?
Arden Pomby.
Arden Pomby. Can you spell that out in the chat?
Artenpombi.
Arten.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the last name?
No last name.
Just Arten?
Arten
Pomby.
Pombi. Pombi.
Pombi.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
I have a theory. I'm trying to spell it backwards in my head right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up that book. My name is Asmo. However, I have an adopted brother named Deus. So, I was
The
always
last one.
wondering. Yeah, I was always wondering where that name came from.
Well, the
Forgive me if
coincidences
it-
keep lining up.
Forgive me if this is a bit presumptuous or forward. You wouldn't happen to be from Bordeaux, would you?
We've traveled through there a few times, but that's not where I hail from. I am from the north, though. Poor Fezzy. The last survivor of that damn town.
Fezzy
Wiggle.
Oh my god.
Things are kind
He's
of falling
more
to pieces.
He's more haunted by that event than you may think.
I could tell. Doesn't look like he's slept in years. He looked completely out of sorts since the last time I saw him. Claimed he was fighting a curse. And then he ran off into the overgrowth.
That's not entirely inaccurate.
So you're looking to help him then?
If we can. I just know what will happen if we don't try.
What? You seem
Sort
to
of
know more
are-
about this than I do. Fezzy's an old friend of mine. If he's in danger, I need to know.
I don't know if he's in danger. But I know that if we don't try to help him exorcise these demons, the rest of us might be.
He did talk of the jester. Before he said he had to leave.
It's real.
It's real, or he's making it real?
Does it matter? It's real. And it needs to be stopped.
The tale of Asmodeus and the Jester. It was a tragic love story. A story where Asmodeus tempted the Jester. A Jester who means well. A hero to the people.
Quick question.
Would you mind not fucking interrupting me, sir?
Okay. Just romance through me for a loop, but okay.
Find my place in the script again?
Oh shit, you were actually not in character when you said that. Sorry.
I mean, I am in character.
Oh, you shouted him down. It's good. I'll shut the fuck up.
The tale of the Jester and Asmodeus is a tragic love tale. The Jester was a hero to his people, an entertainer. He brought smiles wherever he went. Until he was tempted by the vile Asmodeus. She swooned him, wooed him to her side, until he couldn't tell what was right and wrong anymore. Then all that was left was the blood of those he cared about. And the Jester was left broken and alone, a husk. Are you telling me he's playing that out?
Seems like it hit the nail on the head. It might be a bit more less direct than that. But something is happening. But, like I said, our goal isn't him. We have other things we need to take care of out in Wild's Edge. The overgrowth.
Well. You believe your quest will help Fezzi? Help him with this delusion or this curse?
Maybe. I can only promise to try.
Well then. I see no problem with letting you leave of your own accord. If there is anything that you might think I can help with, for Fezzi's sake, let me know.
Can I insight her one more time?
Go ahead.
Nope. Damn it.
And also, while she was
That's a natural one.
telling this yarn, Naragat was listening, but more passively because she doesn't want to give full attention to her. So she was like searching around the room with her eyes.
All right. You got a better look at Slavan, who is he's got muscles kind of like wrapped like a wire. He wears a what seems to be a blue tunic, relatively loose fit across his chest, and a deeper blue sash across his waist, and a set of in a pair of white trousers. He looks as though he's ready to jump in and attack anybody should they make any sort of aggressive move.
She kind of smirks at it. But she's not going to say anything since she knows she'll fuck it up for everybody else.
We appreciate your blessing, then.
Treat my town kindly, and it will treat you kindly in return.
It's never in the books to do otherwise.
At this point, Dunir will speak up, though remaining completely motionless. If we're going to catch up to Fezziwig, and we're going to help him, we need to get to him safely. Who's the best guide in town?
If you're trying to get to the Fey Wilds and to Arcanos himself, there's only one man that claims to have ever seen that realm. You're looking for Grabthar. I warn you, he's a little eccentric.
We've had no end of eccentricities in this town so far, so...
Well,
You say he's eccentric.
Trust me when I tell you he's at the top of that list.
Must really be something, then.
Grabthar, you said?
Yes. Grabthar.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought it was.
My Grabthar's hammer!
Have I ever told you how much I love your naming conventions?
I appreciate it.
Where are my theories?
Where might we be able to find this Grabthar?
He frequents a few places. If you don't find him at the guild, you'll find him at the oddly named illegal drugstore.
Dillinger gives a slight nod. And he carefully stands up and he gives her a bow of respect. Thank you for your time and your hospitality inside of this town. We will leave it as we found it.
Appreciate it. If you ever need to speak to me again, just let the bartender know, or Yith. They'll be willing to let you back here.
And Daenerys going to begin to back away and head out.
We'll take our leave then. He'll tip his hat and make his way out as well.
Farewell. She nods to each of you, keeping her glance slightly longer on Nara.
Nara's pouting, but knows that she's helping, so she doesn't want to be a dick.
Yeah?
So she just, like, gives that tiny... She's, like, a little bit squinty-eyed, but, like, nods in acknowledgement.
So you lot take your leave?
Yes, we do.
Indeed.
Yep.
All right, you make your way back down the stairs and out once again into the town. It's about early evening now. Finding my music again.
Asmodeus and the Jester.
I need to read that fucking play.
Apparently we do.
I've never heard anything like that.
If her theory is correct, and this is all playing out according to the events in that play, then we might need to look at the spoilers.
Thanks for warning me. At least we know what we're looking for the second we get back out of the woods.
Indeed, but who would even... Apparently this is a very old elvish play.
Yeah.
And that pen name.
Yeah. The pen name's a bit odd. Art and Pomby.
Sounds familiar.
Pomby sounds familiar.
Like a certain Thomas Apombus we know.
Thomas Apombus. What do you mean that?
He's a fan of stories.
Oh my god. No! As I was looking right at everybody. Shut up, no way.
Even if my theory is incorrect, he probably at least knows about it. And I think he's here, isn't he? Like we saw like crumpled up papers.
Yep, you saw little adverts for the weasel, but none of them are flying around, and most of them are just kind of crumpled up and blown around town by this point. They'd all been disenchanted, so you'd have to find a flyer to figure out exactly where he's set up shop.
Well, we should probably let Daenerys get some sleep. So I think we should set out in the morning.
We still need to talk to this guy.
We do still need to talk to this guy, but we'll go to the Weasel once we have all of that taken care of as well.
I don't like her.
Is it because she's an elf? She has a lot of power, or another reason?
I don't know.
She's protective of an old friend. I get that on a level, but this is bigger than her.
She like smirks at that and crosses her arms and is like,
Yeah.
I get where she's coming from, I do, but we might not be able to help Fezziwig.
Fuck
We'll
'em.
certainly... No, we'll certainly try, but
he's not entirely innocent in all of this, but...
Has Nara met Fezziwig?
I don't think you have.
I don't think she has. And I don't know how much they've talked about him. I think they've just talked about him in passing around her, right?
Yeah,
we have.
pretty much. I think we've said enough that you know that.
I know what's up.
There's been enough like off-screen traveling time that you probably could have been filled in at the very least.
Plus, you have Daenerys' journal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Did it look like there were more entries in the Jester's diary?
Let's see. Let me see where you left off.
I think it was on. And I think I had a couple entries. 4 through 7 was the last one I did.
4 through 7. So it ended on him leaving Coldreach.
Yes.
I do think there are more journal entries in there. Just gonna have to read it at the end of your day.
Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that. Okay, so our first order of business is finding this Grabthar.
Okay.
So are we heading over to the guild? The Explorers Guild? Adventurers Guild?
Are we gonna let Daenerys take a nap and find?
Daenerys needs to nap. We need him in combos. We need our magic guy before we go into the magic land.
Well, we're not booking. Well, I guess we are, but we're not going right away.
Yeah, you're not leaving town tonight, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yes, we can let Daenerys be sleepy while we find Grabthar.
I was thinking the plan would be to find Grabthar, see if we can cut a deal to get us to bring him to where he thought he saw Arcanos, and then go to the Weasel, ask Tommen about stuff, and then go to sleep, and then wake up.
I like it.
And then
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Heading to the Explorers Guild.
All right. You travel down the street. You take a leave the tavern and you travel right down the street. You take a right at the end of the road. You see a big building. Kind of looks like old clay stone. Like, this place definitely seems older than a lot of the other town around it. Like, this place was set up as the post for going into the Feywilds for a long time. There's moss kind of like crawling across its orangish exterior. And on the front is a very old wooden sign with the words carved in front of it. Fey Runner Expedition Company.
Oh, boy.
Wait a minute.
Can we all be standing there with our arms crossed?
Wait a minute.
Because I feel like this is where you just cut to like a pan up from the sign.
Ah, man.
This has got to be a front, right?
I mean, everything's a front.
Fey Runner Expedition Company.
I mean, from everything that you've heard about these guys, the fact that they fleece, like, rich people for money just to give them a guided tour of the forests, to the fact that they hunt for exotic gear for money, this adds up.
Wolfgang just shakes his head. Should we even... Do we... We kind of accosted their boss like 3 separate occasions.
I mean, we left peacefully.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mostly peacefully.
No. Okay. Should we come up with aliases?
Wait, was that not me?
That was the boss of this particular group is the guy that you ate part of his hand.
He was into it, though.
Blink, blink, blink.
Fuck it.
Dude, you want to send Nari in first just to see what we're dealing with?
No, fuck it. I mean, if they know us, they know us. We have legitimate business with them, and
I mean, if we're going in there, there's no other group to have at our back. They are the experts in this situation.
We have recommendations and people we know on the inside, obviously. Flix, we're in her good graces at least.
1 second.
So,
I don't
Guess
think
we'll-
it will be an issue.
all right. Guess we'll just walk boldly in.
All right, you walk up to the heavy stone doors at the front and kind of pull them open. The inside, all also kind of like made with this same kind of orangish clay and stone. It looks a lot dingier on the inside. Smells old, musty, like... basically, if you hung around a tomb long enough and then just kind of carried that smell with you, it's like old people smell times 1,000 as you walk in here. The smell of old books, dust, and kind of dingy metal. The room is lit by several like windows up top of the building that kind of like pour down into this main guild foyer. You can see a few people kind of sitting around tables, enjoying like a couple of pints. They look over at you as you walk in. All of like various races and builds. Few half-elves, some half-orcs, couple of gnomes, couple of halflings, dwarf here and there. This is like one of the first places you've been outside of the north where humans seem to be in the minority.
Interesting.
For once, I feel out of place. I mean, I've always felt out of place, but, you know.
Everybody here looks worn and weathered in one way or another. There is a large staircase near the back of the room that kind of leads upward to a hallway that you can't quite see around, but there's it seems to be a big chunk of the building sectioned off that way. And in the back, there is a bar. There is a board with notices for various items and bounties and expeditions up. And next to that board is basically a standing service desk with a clerk, what appears to be a minotaur standing behind it.
A minotaur?
Yeah, it's just somebody with a big bull head. Everybody eyes you as you walk in, but nobody seems to stare for too long.
Guess I'll go to the help desk then.
I mean, don't we?
Everyone's probably being a little trepidatious, so Nara just walks right up to the desk and is like,
Hello, is Grabthar here?
Oh, you're looking for Grabthar? The
Yeah.
Minotaur says. He leans forward. Oh, well. I think you just missed him. I think he went out into the, growth this morning. So he was going to try to find Arcanos again. He'll probably be back in a few days, though. Haggard and lost as usual.
We wanted to find him, though. Can we find him sooner than a few days?
Was he with a group when he left?
Oh, nobody travels with Grabthar anymore. He leads the craziest damn missions. Goes off ways that you wouldn't even think to go. Sometimes he finds something really neat, but, you know, crazy guy. Gonna get a lot of people killed. Has got a lot of people killed. And he claims he saw frickin' Arcanos, okay? Like he walked straight into the Father Faye's realm, huh? Right. Now he found Arcanos. And I'm a unicorn.
But you are a minotaur.
Exactly.
Oh. Well, how
Is
can
he
we
a-
follow him?
I can try tracking him. Got plenty of trackers around here.
Which one is your best?
Probably Flicks.
Oh.
But I'm not sure she's too keen to go out on the wilds these days. Says it's not worth the money. Of course, there's the boss. Boss is pretty good at tracking, too. Hey, boss! He calls off to the back. A wooden door. You can hear a wooden door kind of swing open near the top of the stairs. And out the top, you can see the face and body of Darrington Loxley come to the top of the stairway banner.
Of course.
He walks out, looks down. Yes, sees you guys. Instantly, Grandpa Simpsons turns around and walks back. You hear the door close.
We need to talk here
beer,
about.
please. Can I get a beer? I'm gonna go get a beer, guys. I feel like this is a beer moment.
I think that might be a bit too rich for our blood. Wolfie just got a big grin on his face.
Yeah, all of a sudden he just kind of came back. Of course, I heard news coming out of Dragon's Rest. They popped out of there just in time. Crazy. You heard what happened, right?
No, what happened?
Whole place freaking burned to the ground. Giant fucking one of those dragons. One of the dragons that rules down there. It was just like, wah! It just burned the fucking place. It was crazy.
Nara's face is like not moving, but she's like reacting verbally.
That's insane.
I know. It's like, hey, you want us to pay your tax dollars? Oh, just gonna burn you to fucking death then.
Wow.
I know. That's why we just, we don't really do government here. We're just like, we're cool. We do our thing. Nobody has problems.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So where was Flix?
I think she's managing her new champion over at the bar.
Sounds about right. What we heard from Osmo.
What do you know about a guy named Sprout?
Sprout? Oh, he runs the illegal drugstore, which is kind of weird because, drugs aren't illegal here. I think it's just like a tourist tactic. Says illegal drugs, and people are like, oh, wow, I like illegal drugs, but I'm not allowed to buy them anywhere else because they're illegal. But not here.
It's the thrill of doing something you know is wrong, but not really.
Yeah, pretty much.
He got him or his little buddy got any experience going out into the overgrowth?
Which little buddy?
The fawn.
Oh, Barnaby. Yeah, Barnaby lives out there.
What?
Yeah, he lives out in the wild. Him and them fawn folk.
Oh.
Blink, 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 blink.
I came from out there. I go out from time to time, but I don't know. I kind of like sleeping with a roof over my head, and I'm just like, hey, this place has got a roof, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you know if they doesn't really do the whole guided tour thing though?
He just kind of does what he does. He goes out there, he picks mushrooms. Sometimes he brings back a bobble or two, sells it, and he's a good guy.
Here's what I'm thinking. We talked to Barnaby. Barnaby takes us to his folks, and we talk to his folks, and his folks might help us find Grabthar. And Grabthar will help us the rest of the way.
Why not Flix?
Flix is busy in town.
Apparently she doesn't do this kind of thing anymore.
Nara points up at the door.
There's also Loxley.
No.
Hey, seems like he knows you.
Yeah, he knows us.
Oh, were you friends in Dragon's Rest?
You
Something
could
like that.
say that, yes.
Yeah, he was making big waves out there.
Yes, big waves.
We've worked together on occasion.
I always kind of wanted to visit, but now that it's all burned to the ground, I don't think I will. I mean, it's like, what's the point? I can just go out there and light a fire, you know? And it's like, hey, just looking at ashes. Right?
Almost the same.
Fair enough.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's the thing about dragons. They're always tricky. Dillinger slowly pulls back his hood.
Temperamental.
Oh, a cat guy. I ain't seen one of your type in a long time.
It's interesting that you've seen. How long ago?
Oh, gosh. 50 years? There's one of them's from up north. It was all like, hey, it's warm down here. I'm like, I know, right? They was different color, though.
Yeah, solid white.
Yeah, white, couple of black spots.
I think I've met someone from that. I believe that's Frosthelm, right?
I don't really know. Never been up that way. Didn't think to ask, and it's been a long time.
Nice folks. Real nice folks.
Yeah, he was alright. Think he died out in the woods, though.
That's a shame.
Yeah, a lot of people die out that way. Speaking of which, we got the board over there if you want to look at it. If you want to put up a post, like if you do want to hire a tracker and you're willing to wait, you can put the post up there. I can fill it out for you, and we can get somebody to help you if you want to go that by the official means.
Color me curious. When you said that Grabthar claims that he's met and seen Arcanos, correct?
Yeah.
Did he ever describe how Arcanos looks?
So he was a big old man with a big bushy beard.
Lani, when I saw the fragment of Arcanos inside of the crystal, is the description matching up?
You recall big bushy beard?
A
Big bushy beard.
He looks over towards
Old,
Wolfgang.
looks like an elf. He's kind of yay tall, I guess. I don't know. He's a gnome, so it's like, what's tall to a gnome, right? Like, right?
Dillinger looks over towards Wolfgang. Arcanos does have a beard. Big one, big bushy one.
He claimed he had a tattoo on his hand, something like an X or something.
Well, Dillinger, you're the resident expert.
Dillinger pulls out a piece of paper and he shows Arcanos' symbol. This it?
He say he saw that on the robes.
Yep. This is a symbol of Arcanos.
I
Here,
know.
put the
We
paper
got a lot of little baubles with that little thingy on it. You ask me, I think he's been snorting a little too much of the crystal, you know, but hey, whatever gets him going, and, you know, sometimes he finds good stuff and he's still alive, so, that's him.
Did he say what route he was going this time, or did he just leave?
Oh, he said he was gonna run through the time mists this time.
Time mists. Are there different kinds of mists?
Oh, the fucking wilds are everything, man. Like, is this gonna be your first time going out there?
No. I'm sorry, I'd be quiet here, but, like, can you move the mists away with, like a fan? Like, moving a giant fan really quickly? Or what?
I mean, everything just kind of shifts out there, but, like, for real, is this your first time going out there?
Yes.
Okay. Then listen very carefully, because you seem like nice folk. I don't want you to die. Avoid the trees that look like they're dying. If you see trees that look like they're dying, run to where it looks like they're not dying.
Insight.
Go ahead.
I just want to see if he's bullshitting us, making
Ha,
himself seem
bull.
smarter.
I'm gonna do the same thing actually, just in case he doesn't.
That's a 15.
Nara's gonna insight too with a 23.
Roll the goo.
Wisdom roll.
He seems genuine.
No.
He seems to genuinely want to make sure you don't die. Like he seems like he's just really like there's a reason he's behind this desk. He seems like a very friendly dude.
Is that where the hag is?
Huh?
Is that where the hag is?
Huh. I mean, maybe one of them, but I'm just telling you should probably avoid Glycinda.
Glycinda?
Yeah, Fey Mother of Winter. Doesn't really like people traipsing through her areas, so when you start feeling cold and you start seeing things dying, you get the hell out of there.
Huh.
Being the monster hunter that I am, would I know of this being?
Give me a knowledge arcana.
Knowledge arcana. Whoa, I think that was animal handling. Disable. All right. Nope. Soft 20.
As a monster hunter, this isn't really something that kind of sparks up for you. But as somebody that was kind of interested, like you did a bit of study after watching what your dad did to the wyvern and learning where it came from, you tried to study a bit more about the Feywilds and overgrowth itself. You know that out there, they're rumored to be creatures of immense power known as Archfey. Creatures that were basically described to have been created by Arcanos himself to try to regulate various forces and protect various realms in various ways. Lady of Winter Glycinda sounds like an archfey to you.
Am I to assume there's also a summer court?
Oh yeah, Tropicus. He's pretty cool. But don't get on his bad side.
Tropicus. Okay. Are there any telltale signs that we're in Tropicus's territory?
It'll be a lot warmer. Everything will be... I mean, it'll feel dry. Maybe it'll rain, but for the most part, you know, it's just going to be a lot warmer. And the sun's pretty much going to be beaming down on you at all times. Everything will get kind of weird for you out there. I'm just going to tell you, things will shift, things will move.
But there is neutral territory, right?
Yeah. A lot of it is neutral, but doesn't mean you're ever alone.
What of the Guardians?
You mean the big stone fellas?
Last time I talked to your boss about the overgrowth, he mentioned the Guardians. Along with large lizards. Sorry, Lani.
It's kind of what we took to call the big stone fellas out there. They're usually pretty peaceful, kind of wander about their business, but I don't know, sometimes they can just be set off from the strangest thing. Like maybe you step on a twig wrong or something and they'll just snap at you and pulverize you into mush. Best to avoid them when possible. As for the giant lizards, well, best to avoid them where possible too.
Right. The
wyverns.
No. I mean, yeah, avoid them, but, nah. Like, I'm talking like big things, like big, crunchy teeth and smacky tails and claws.
I cast Minor Image and to show a small Asmosaurus Rex in my hand.
Yeah, like that, but like with more feathers and green. Maybe tan.
Feathered.
Yeah. I mean, they look very lizard-like, but they got like feathers on them, the plumage. It looks fancy, but don't get distracted too long. They'll eat you.
So that's how T-Wig knows. And he disappears the illusion.
Whoa, there it goes. It was like a little baby.
Oh, bye.
And I take it that Fleetfoot has some domain over this area as well as Arcanos.
Yeah, but, you know, not like the gods ever, like, mess with us mortal folk. At least not on day-to-day purposes.
Ha
Yeah, it's funny.
Anyway. Twitches a couple times.
I like that. His laugh sounded real.
Anyway. So, brief huddle, Denier. So,
Denier pulls Asmo and Nara over into like a football-style huddle.
Oh?
Yeah. What's up?
So this guy that knows what Arcanos looks like for real, apparently, is who we're going with, right?
Well, he's out in the overgrowth right now.
And we don't know when he's going to be back.
Days.
At least.
That's too long of a wait, right?
There's a good chance we could miss him if we go in and try looking for him, but I don't know.
What about Flix or Loxley?
Loxley, I doubt will help us. Barnaby might be a good option. Get us in. We can at least get some information about the fawn and the general location from the fawn. Plus, once we get in, I might be able to call a little bit of assistance from my friends on the other side.
We could ask Flix.
Nothing hurts, but I'm definitely reaching out to Fleetfoot before we go in there.
Okay.
All right.
Hi. Just waves at you as you stand back up out of your huddle.
Did Loxley lock his door as he went in, by the way?
You heard him close his door. You didn't hear it lock. Well, I mean, from here you didn't hear it lock.
Okay.
So you want me to call the big man?
Big man?
Loxley.
Oh, this is gonna be funny. Yeah.
Barkeep, I would like a drink.
Asmo walks over to the bar.
Do you... Weren't you going to talk to Flix?
Well, I can
Asmo?
Denier.
I can reach out to her if we need. I don't know where she is. I haven't seen her since we've gotten here. Last time I saw her, we were heading away from her place.
So wait, our game plan is get Barnaby, right?
That's what Denier's suggesting because Denier hasn't seen Flix in town.
You heard that she's in town, though.
I can reach out, but yeah, you'd like can talk to her. I'm all up for Barnaby getting us deep within the overgrowth. But then again, he says he's a dreamwalker, so I'm rather interested.
That's fine with me.
I could go along with this, but
But?
I don't know. Just getting a feeling.
I'll at least ask Flix if you lot are interested.
I don't think there's any problem not asking. Or asking.
She's gonna want payment, though.
Nara immediately walks over to Loxley's door and kicks it open.
Nara walks up the back steps as you guys are conversing. Walks to the door that she heard Loxley come out of. And give me a athletics check.
Oh, this is going to be sad and ruin all of it. Wait, it's 12!
You kick the door and it just kind of flies open. He's sitting there behind his desk. Oh, I mean, hello.
So you track.
I have been known to.
Take us to Arcanos.
What?
Take us to Arcanos.
Do it!
I'm sorry, but
Take us to Arcanos.
you act as if that's even possible. Only one man has claimed to have seen him. And he's a little,
Did I stutter?
cuckoo.
Uh-huh.
Blink. Blink.
Yeah, he's just kind of blinking back at you.
So take us to him.
What? You want me to find Grabthaw for you?
Yes.
Look, I know we have a past, but as
Yeah.
far as I'm aware, we're square. I got you guys everything you wanted and more, and I got away.
Right. See, that last part was never intentional.
Meaning...
Great session today, guys. Great session today. I'm not gonna lie.
Meaning what exactly?
Meaning, it would be fun to have you around for a little bit longer. I feel like we haven't concluded business.
Well, for my sake, I feel as though we have. But you know what? How about a drink?
No.
He leans down to pick up a bottle. Are you sure?
Yes.
Very well. He tosses the bottle towards you. Go ahead and make a acrobatics check.
Nope. She doesn't even try to catch it. She'll just sidestep it seeing it comes towards her.
Okay, then. I guess this will be a reflex save then.
Where is that?
It's a dexterity.
Dexterity save. I'm sorry.
The saving throws?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
As the bottle flings toward you, some of the alcohol gets in your eyes, and you immediately hear a noise. From downstairs, you can see smoke spewing out of the room that Nara just walked into. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Me?
Yes.
Amazing. 12.
All right, you hear this, like the sound of clacking, like just a, and as you're like clearing your eyes, and this pungent fumes that are like in your face now, just trying to keep your eyes open. The room eventually clears of smoke. Would anybody go up there to check and see what the fuck happened?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
Yes.
I mean, we are.
Asmo sets down his beer, and it's just like, walks upstairs.
Yes, it's my problem.
And you see Nara wiping this, what is essentially just fucking whiskey out of her eyes. And as the smoke clears, the room is empty.
As she's wiping it from her eyes and seeing that he's gone, she squints and smirks and says,
Now we're not even.
And with vengeance in Nara's heart, here is where we will end tonight's episode.